Hey, I think, yes, it should work now. I think I'm live. Hello to that one person who is also live. I'm just double checking because I am on two platforms at the same time. I've never done that before. So I'm just like, if you see me like looking back and forth, like right now I'm looking at my YouTube screen, right? And if I look here, then I look into Instagram. Hi, Instagram. Hiya. So, obviously, today is the day where I will be revealing the cover of my book. You can already see it in the background here. Oh my gosh, because this is like so weird to see myself in that screen. You can see it. Oh, Instagram can't see it. I give you a sneak peek. There you go. That's a little sneak peek of the cover. But the idea of today is, and whoever is on YouTube, do write your name in the chat, do say hi. So the idea of today, the overview, we will not hang in here for like 2 hours or whatever. It should just be maybe maximum half hour. Let's see. And I will give you a tiny little bit of story time of how the book came to be. Then obviously I shall do the cover reveal. I shall take this makeshift fake cover off. I will read to you a tiny little bit of the book, one of my favorite sections, and we will do a live giveaway. So I can already tell you to enter the giveaway, you gotta write your name in the chat, and then I will do later on a little how's it called, like a name of wheels wheelie thingy, and I will select that way, like at random, a name of someone who will win a signed copy of my debut book. That's the idea. And then I will also let you know some. Yeah, I will show later, like right now. You can only see that. But yeah, so I will also share with you the order details. So it is available for pre-order as of now, except for Amazon, because Amazon is shit. Amazon is playing up a bit. I think Amazon is only from the actual release date. So Amazon will be from the 21st. So next week on Tuesday. But for the people in the US, you are lucky. You can already pre-order it in ebook form and paperback from Barnes & Noble. But the link for pre-order is in the description box of the YouTube video, and I will also share it later in the Instagram stories, as well as the link if you did not win a signed copy today. I will share a link where you can order a signed copy. However, I think I only secured like five hello. I only secured 5 copies for signed copies, so they're very, very limited. So if you do want one of them, I guess you got to be fast to have already been reserved. And then we will also do a mini Q&A. If you do have any questions, then you can answer away anything you want to know. Literally, like anything goes. I'm an open book, literally. So just ask away anything you want to know. And yeah, I'd say let's get started. Story time. In terms of how my book came to be, I think as of now, you already know that it has been a childhood dream of mine to write a book one day, to become an author one day, mainly because I just loved writing in general. It was always something I was naturally good at, actually, in school as well. And I think when I was like 13 or 14, in school, I remember we had like the task to write a story. So we got like half a paragraph that was like an introduction to a story we got given, and then we were asked to continue on that story. And I remember I could not stop. So my homework, instead of being like a 2-page story, ended up to be like 18 pages or something. I was like, ooh, maybe I should write a book back in that my young age. And it was quite funny back then. My teacher was like, "No, you're too young. You can't write a book. You don't know shit about writing." So yeah, that idea died down. It was kind of like a sci-fi medieval kind of like mixture. Maybe one day I will revive it and there will be like a sci-fi kind of book. Maybe. Let's see. But that was kind of like the first ever time I thought about the idea of being an author. But then it stuck with me, kind of like. And I think in terms of writing, I did not really do writing until I wanted to do like a blog. So I started blogging, really quickly died as well because of judgment from others. So I had like comments, oh, no one's going to read that, like no one cares. And I will go into more detail on that also in a future podcast episode. But that basically stopped me from continuing to write that blog until, like, when did I start again? Like a couple of years ago, basically with coaching, like 2021, I think I started picking up my blog again. And that's when I really, really stuck with the writing practice. And through coaching, like being coached myself, I finally like voiced this dream again of wanting to become an author, right? So that's when I then worked with my certification coach during coach training. And he really helped me to first like solidify this idea again. So it was more like, yeah, actually, maybe this is possible for me. So I just considered it as an option again for me, which was really nice. So that really helped. And then I actually started writing a book, which was a completely different idea to what we have now with And There She Goes Her Way. It was, the initial idea was a bit more personal, like more personal stories, but then I fell out of love with it because I was like, I actually don't want that. I want to do something else. So I ditched that idea. I don't even think I have the manuscript anymore. And I actually had like a break. I literally had like a break of writing for, I think it was like a year or a year and a half or something like that. Until I was like, okay, enough is enough. Josie, you gotta write your book now. You gotta kick yourself in the peach and finally do it again. So that's what I did. And I put together the outline. I had my idea already. I put it on a whiteboard. I did my mind mapping. I did everything. And then I started writing. And the actual writing process, I think, was the easiest part of this whole journey, honestly. Like the actual writing process, because the book was already within me, right? So it was already there. It just had to be put on paper finally after decades of wanting to write a book, but also decades of like self-studying and like being obsessed about anything mindset related. So all of that just poured out of me into the keyboard. And the first manuscript was finished faster than my beta readers could read it. But it was a really fun process. And I also want to do shout out to my beta readers. You have been such a great help with the book to also hold me accountable to write the book. I have to say that as well. And then afterwards, we got into the editing part, which I have to admit was the hardest part. One, finding an editor that you like. But also then implementing the edits and getting into the edits yourself. I think so much. The editor I worked then with, she had like 4,000 edits. I had to implement those, and I had to implement all the feedback from my beta readers. I did another, and I can actually show you that. So this was my very first, and this is not the final cover. This was my like first proofread copy. Here's for the people on Instagram. And it looks shit. Like, honestly, it looks really shit. It was literally just a proofread copy, so I can take like loads of notes, which you can maybe see here. Yeah, I had to take like loads of notes to, make the book better. And I still overlooked a couple of mistakes. So even in the final version, in the print version, you will at least find 2 mistakes. I'm sure there are more. But that's fine. We are not here to be perfect. We are here to be 80-20. But yes, that's basically how then the book evolved. And in terms of the cover design, I kind of like, I wanted to go minimal. I wanted to go bold. And as you see, like this is kind of like already very close to the direction I wanted to go in. And I actually quite like this one as well. But now I can finally reveal it. The cover that made it is, I don't know, it's nothing crazy. Like I got some recommendations of, oh, maybe you should have like a picture of like a woman walking or maybe something like that. And I was like, no, I wanted more like minimal. I wanted to be easier. And I am so obsessed with this cover. I absolutely love it because it's just simple, to the point. and my boyfriend kindly helped me a lot to do the final version. I just like played around in Canva, and he then did the final magic. But here's the backside. Here's the backside of the book. But also here, ta-da, is the front page. Well, let me see if I can hold it in the camera. First, YouTube. There you go. That's the cover of my book, and there she goes her way. And for those on Instagram, ta-da! And I am obsessed. It's how many pages? I think a bit over 200, 230 something pages. According to my boyfriend, it's an easy read, which I take. I did want it to be an easy read. It's basically pages. Thank you. I love it too. It's really nice, right? Very classy. I like that description. It's classy. But yeah, it's basically, it literally does what it says on the cover. It bridges the gap between your current and your best self. It takes you from where you are now to where you want to be to become truly your best self. I also want to say gap is actually more like, how do you say? Maybe like a tripwire. There is no gap. There is no gap, okay, between your current and your best self. You already are your best self. There is no difference between the two. But the book will show you how you can peel off these layers of self-doubt, of limiting beliefs, of any like social tool, I don't know, like mind brainwashing is the word that I was looking for, to re-become who you were always meant to be. So that is basically what this book does. It just shows you, hey, you have been holding yourself back this way, and this is how you can get rid of it so you can be at your best and also reach your goals. Because that's what I've done so many countless times in my own life as well. Turning literally very shitty situations into what it is today, including like burnout, including divorce, including redundancy after like a steep finance career, then creating a business and finding my boyfriend and everything. So yeah, this book really takes you from where you are right now, from anywhere where you want to have like a change, where you want to improve something, to the place you want to be at. And I love it. It's a great book. I can only recommend, but obviously I'm biased. But yeah, since we are here, so I'm like literally looking back and forth, right? Because I have 3 versions of my book next to me. I have this final version, which is my author copy that I keep. I have this shitty proofread version, but it's the first one, and I was so proud when I got it. And I have this version here, which was my second proofread copy, which is the version I will read you from. So I do want to read you a tiny little paragraph of this book. Which chapter is this actually? Let me check. Oh yeah, it's from chapter 11, which is called Living a Life of Purpose. And I shall read to you a little bit. So maybe until now you haven't lived your purpose, or maybe you have even loathed your life. But it's never too late. In fact, there's no such thing as late, because time is simply a continuous moment of now. What you ever truly experience is now. Whatever happened in the past is now non-existent, staying alive only due to mere memories. Whatever you think is in the future doesn't exist at all. It's just your perception and expectation of what is. The perfect moment to do something, to start leading your life the way you want, is now. And the main tool you will ever need in your toolkit is don't give up and keep going. You already do that anyway, regardless of the challenges life has thrown at you thus far. No matter how far back it may have pushed you, you are still here because you kept going. And this is the power of this ultimate ally that you have, which is your best self. You find on this journey that it is always you who got you to where you are. Perhaps you had support or good connections, but you made the final call, okay? That decision changed everything. The same methods that got you to where you are now are what will get you to where you want to be, one step at a time. The only difference is the direction you choose to go. So, if you can go anywhere, anyway, and you are already doing that, why not go somewhere where you like what you see from your window seat? So where you like the view. And that's basically the only part I read to you from the book, because I don't want to give away too much. But that's what the book does. It just helps you to really uncover what you already know, to really reach your goals and become your best self. And if you want to participate in the giveaway, then right now, this is your chance to just type your name in the chat. On Instagram, you can comment, just type your name if you want to participate. In YouTube as well, you can just type into the live chat, type your name, and I can do a little wheelie thingy. Otherwise, I will do it later on with anyone who comments on the saved ones. But I will do a little wheelie thingy for one person to win a signed copy of the book, and I will send it to you free of charge. So you can secure yourself a copy if you want to. Otherwise, I will do it later on. That works too. Oh, yay. So we have one entry. If we only have one entry, then I already know the winner. That was easy. Then I don't need to do a wheelie thingy. That makes my life easier. But I might include also comments later on. But yeah, that's the first giveaway. There's actually also a second giveaway of which I want to, share the details with you. So the second giveaway will be that you can win 3 months of one-on-one coaching with yours truly. And to enter that giveaway, all you gotta do is, it's not that hard, let me actually check the notes here. All you gotta do is, if you get the book, do write a review on Goodreads and Amazon as of the 21st of May, when the official release date is scheduled, and send me a screenshot, because otherwise I don't know that it was you. So do send me a screenshot of your review on Goodreads and Amazon. That is worth 2 entries. And you can also share my book on socials, tag me, and any share is another entry. And that giveaway is open until the end of June. So theoretically, from now on until the end of June, so that's 1.5 months basically, you could share about my book literally every single day. And every single day, that would be another entry to win 3 months of one-on-one coaching with me, as well as the other whole shebang. Oh, and the other thing is that I totally forgot, if you do pre-order my book, because Amazon is shit, right? So because Amazon is shit, I made the executive decision to extend the pre-order bonus. So anyone who pre-orders the book, either now or up until the 21st, but also during the release week, so from the 21st to like the end of that week, you will get an exclusive bonus training as an addition with your pre-order. And for that, you only gotta send me again also a screenshot of your pre-order, of your order in general, so that I know that it was you, and then I can send you the access link to an exclusive training that is normally sold at £397. So if you want to grab that for free, then all you got to do is pre-order the book or buy it during the release week, send me a screenshot, and it's yours. It's for you to keep. So yeah, so these are the things. If you have any questions regarding those, because I know I talk quite quickly because we are kind of like already closing in on 20 minutes. If you have any questions, let me know. Then, or if you have any questions in general, honestly. The other part is, so I do have 2 questions that I wanted to answer, because I got these in the uprun of the live, but I need to first have a sippy. So the other questions were, are you nervous and excited? Yes. Easy question for me to answer. I am nervous and I am excited. I am both. But I think I'm mainly excited, because this again has been such a big dream of mine in the making for so long, or not in the making, in the brewing, in the slow cooking process, let's say that way, for so long, that I'm mainly excited that this book is finally here. I can only hold it up again. I just love her so much. She's beautiful. So yeah, I can't believe that I'm holding this right now. So I'm like super excited that this is finally here. I was recording a podcast episode today, and she like also asked me like, how does it feel? Must be really surreal. And I'm like, yes, it's very surreal. It does not feel as if this like literally is my reality right now. So I'm still like, I'm soaking in all of these moments and I'm really loving it. Like having something solid and physical, like a book that you wrote, in holding that in your hands when you start off literally like from a blank page, is a very, very special feeling. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. So I'm mainly excited. And the other question I received in the upfront that I do want to touch on is, why did you self-publish? And I will do, and I'll give you the short version here. I will do. Thank you. Yes, I'm so happy to. I will do a podcast episode about this in detail, about the self-publishing process. But the main reason I decided to self-publish was speed, because I wanted to get to this stage as quickly as possible, and I wanted to have more control over the process. And I also talked with some authors who had like book deals, and one for them, it took way longer than expected to finally get their book out. Yes, obviously there are like loads of advantages because you don't have to think necessarily about distribution, and they will just send them to the bookshops and stuff. But I thought, no, I want to do it all myself, definitely with my debut book as well, because then I just know everything that goes into creating that. And it's a shit ton of stuff that goes into creating that. Like I've learned so much about books, and I will never look at any book the same way, because it's crazy how much work goes into that. It's not just the writing, it's like the editing, it's the formatting, it's the rules that you have to adhere to in the formatting part. It's learning about all of these different things, and you're obviously learning the platforms to use and stuff. So it is a lot, but I wanted to go through that because I wanted to learn all of that. So it has been a really enriching experience for me to do all of that, which I'm really, really proud of. So yeah, that's kind of like why I self-published, because I wanted to learn, I wanted to experience that and have more control, and I wanted to get this book out. And I also know I will most likely, like 95%, I will self-publish my other books as well. I already am thinking about ideas. I have already ideas of the next books that I could write. But at the same time, I'm like, no, hold back. Enjoy this moment. It's not that easy. Because that's, I have to say, like, this is actually one of my saboteurs, where I'm like, okay, done next. So this is something I'm still learning myself, that I have to really bask in this moment right now and enjoy the glory of having my first book published. Yeah, that's why I self-published. Anywho, again, if you do want to pre-order my book, the link is in the description box of the YouTube video. And I will also put that later here on Instagram in the stories, but you can also go, for the ones on Instagram, head to my profile, well, obviously after this live has finished, because the link is already there as well. It's also on my website. You can also DM me. I would love to hear from you. And I will send you the link in person. If you want to join the giveaway, then like the one for the one-on-one coaching, again, you can write a review on Goodreads and Amazon. That's literally the best thing that you can do to support your author friend. Writing a review, sharing about the book, that's the best support that any indie author could wish for. And if you send me a screenshot of that, then you have 2 entries for the giveaway. And if you share anything on your socials, that would be another entry for as many times as you like until the end of June. And yeah, that's it. Oh, and if you want to order a signed copy, if you want to secure yourself one of those, then I will also put the link into the description box. And yeah, or send it to you via DM. But again, they are very, very limited. I think like if 2 are already like reserved, then only 3 are still available. But yeah, that's basically all from this live. It was 25 minutes, which I think is more than enough. There will be 3 podcast episodes coming out very, very soon. I think the first one is next week. Yes, episode 21. is next week, where we'll go into more detail of the story of my book, how it came to be, not be. And then the next one afterwards, so it will be the 3-part series. The next one afterwards will be about how to actually write a book. So for those of you who want to write a book yourself, I have many conversations with you, some of you who have a dream of becoming an author yourself, then that episode will be for you, because I will share everything I did to bring this book right here to life. And then in the last one, I will go into some honest truths about self-publishing and like the goods and the bads, because there are definitely some bads, mainly prejudice actually towards indie authors, of not being like good authors or anything. And that's bullshit, honestly. That's just some of the best books I have read are from indie authors. So to me, it says nothing. I love reading self-published authors, because there goes so much more work into this. I feel like I can't compare, obviously, but yeah, just saying that, do not underestimate an author who has self-published. There are great writers out there. And also, oh yeah, that just reminded me, I literally was at a book launch event right the other day, and she had 3 book deals, and her decision was to self-publish her next book. So there you go. Self-publishing doesn't mean it's worse or better off or anything. But again, the best thing you can do to support your indie author friend is share anything about the book. Thank you for joining as well. That's also a great help. And to obviously grab yourself a copy, either ebook or physical copy. Again, on Amazon, it's only available from the 21st. Barnes & Nobles, you can already pre-order in the US. You're lucky, guys. Not so much here in Europe. Or you can secure yourself a signed copy from today on as well. But that's it. That is it. That's all I want to share today. If you have no burning questions at this point, I will wish you a fantastic evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. And yes, I can't wait for you to read it either. So with that, have a lovely evening, afternoon. I see you soon, and buy my book. Buy my book. And there she goes her way. Debut book. One of many. First of many. Bye, everyone.